Imagine walking into a room, and without saying a single word, people feel your presence like a shadow creeping over their spine. Your enemies glance at you, and in an instant, they know they can't mess with you. They sense your power, your unshakable presence, your ability to control the room without uttering a single syllable. This is not magic. It's not some secret society trick. It's the mastery of Stoicism and dark psychology, a lethal combination that makes you untouchable. Welcome to Stoic Techniques, the channel where we break down the psychology of power, control, and unshakable discipline. If you want to become mentally unbreakable, master strategic influence, and make your enemies fear your presence, then hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the techniques you'll learn here will change your life. Now, let's get into it. Here's how you make people fear you, without saying a word. Number 1, the power of controlled stillness. The strong man stands still while the weak man fidgets. Silence is a weapon, and when wielded correctly, it can make you the most dominant person in the room. Most people don't realize it, but the way you carry yourself in silence speaks louder than any words you could ever say. In any confrontation, whether in business, personal relationships, or even in the presence of enemies, the person who controls their body, their expressions, and their reactions holds all the power. Think about this. When a lion is about to attack, it doesn't thrash around or make noise. It waits, watches, controls its movements. The same applies to the most powerful people in history. Watch men like Marcus Aurelius, Alexander the Great, or even modern leaders. They move with deliberation, never haste. They do not fidget. They do not react emotionally. And most importantly, they do not seek validation through unnecessary words. The Stoic rule: control your body, control perception. In any interaction, your body language will always expose your true strength or weakness. If you stand still while someone else shifts uncomfortably, avoids eye contact, or speaks too quickly, you already have the advantage. Here's how you can train yourself to master stillness. Breathe deeply and slowly. When tension rises, people naturally breathe faster, exposing their inner turmoil. Instead, control your breath. Slow it down. A steady breath equals a steady mind. Minimize movements. No unnecessary hand gestures, no tapping feet, no fidgeting with objects. Keep your arms relaxed, your body still, and your gaze steady. Pause before reacting. If someone provokes you, don't react immediately. Hold the silence. Let it grow. This forces the other person to feel the weight of your presence. A person who can withstand the pressure of silence without breaking is someone who commands fear and respect. Dark psychology. Tip: use pauses to unnerve your enemies. Silence is uncomfortable for most people. They fear it. They rush to fill it with words, explanations, excuses. You, however, must embrace it. If someone insults you, don't react immediately. If someone challenges you, don't justify yourself. If someone tries to provoke a response, simply look at them and let them feel the weight of their own words. This technique forces your enemies into a psychological trap. The more they talk, the weaker they seem. The more you hold your silence, the stronger you appear. In battle, warriors who panic and flail around die first. The ones who stand their ground, breathe, and move with precision are the ones who dominate. Your assignment: test your power in the real world. The next time someone tries to test you, whether it's an annoying coworker, a manipulative friend, or even a stranger, resist the urge to react immediately. Instead, do this. Pause. Hold the silence. Make them wait. Maintain a calm, unreadable face. No need to smirk, scowl, or flinch. Just watch. Watch them become uncomfortable. Feel the shift in power. When you master stillness, you become a force of nature. Calm like a storm before it strikes. Comment below: power is in my silence. Let them know you're learning to control your presence. Stay with me, because in Section 2, we're unlocking an even deeper psychological technique, one that will make your enemies second-guess every move they make around you. Number 2, the power of unbreakable eye contact. If silence is a weapon, eye contact is the blade that sharpens it. The way you look at someone, without saying a word, can determine whether they see you as an unshakable force or as someone they can walk over. Think about this. Have you ever locked eyes with someone who made you feel small, exposed, or vulnerable? That wasn't an accident. Powerful people understand that eye contact is a psychological battlefield. If you master it, you can make your enemies feel naked, weak, and utterly powerless in your presence. The Stoic rule: control your gaze, control the room. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." And where do people look to see your thoughts? Your eyes. Your eyes betray you. If you're nervous, they dart around. If you're submissive, you look away. But if you are in control, your gaze becomes a weapon that others can't ignore. Here's what dominant eye contact looks like. Stillness. No rapid blinking, no shifting around. A predator doesn't twitch. Locking in. When you look at someone, you don't break first. If they look away, they've already lost. Emotionless calm. You are neither aggressive nor passive. Your stare is neutral, but powerful. A man who can hold his gaze without hesitation commands respect without speaking. A man who breaks eye contact first signals submission. Dark psychology. Tip: the silent stare that breaks people. Psychologists have discovered something terrifying about prolonged eye contact. It forces the brain into submission. When someone holds your gaze without emotion, it triggers uncertainty and fear. When they don't look away first, it creates discomfort, forcing the other person to second-guess themselves. If you maintain control, you become unpredictable, and unpredictability breeds fear. This is why interrogators, powerful leaders, and master manipulators master the art of the silent stare. They make others feel like they're being studied, analyzed, like a lion observing its prey. Try this next time someone challenges you. Look directly at them and hold their gaze. Relax your face. No forced smiles, no aggression, just a calm, neutral stare. Wait. Let them feel the tension. Let them break first. It will unsettle them because they are not used to someone so in control of their own presence. Your assignment: train your gaze like a warrior. This week, practice eye contact with everyone you meet: cashiers, co-workers, strangers. Hold it longer than normal and notice how they react. If they look away first, you win. If they seem uncomfortable, good. That means it's working. If they start to respect you more, you're beginning to understand your power. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to threaten. Your presence alone should be enough to make people think twice before challenging you. Comment below: "My eyes hold power," if you're ready to start using your gaze as a weapon. In Section 3, we're diving into the art of strategic silence, the deadly technique that forces your enemies into psychological traps without you ever lifting a finger. Stay with me. Number 3, the power of strategic silence, weaponizing the void. If you want to make your enemies fear you without saying a word, you must master strategic silence, a psychological weapon more powerful than any insult, argument, or display of anger. Why? Because silence is a void, and a void demands to be filled. Weak people hate silence. It makes them feel exposed, insecure, and desperate to regain control. The moment you refuse to engage, you have already won. The Stoic rule: silence is strength, reaction is weakness. Seneca once said, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." The same applies to words. If you are constantly talking, explaining, or justifying, you are making yourself common, predictable, and weak. But when you withhold your words, when you choose not to react, you create mystery, and mystery is terrifying. Here's how powerful silence works. When attacked verbally, say nothing. Just stare. Let them wonder if you're calculating your next move. When someone gossips, don't react. Let them drown in their own words while you remain untouched. When you are challenged, pause. Let the silence stretch until the other person starts to second-guess themselves. In every confrontation, the person who speaks first is usually the weaker one. The person who holds their silence, they command the battlefield. Dark psychology. Tip: silence as a psychological trap. Most people are afraid of silence, so afraid that they will do anything to break it. You can use this to your advantage. Imagine this. Someone insults you in front of others, expecting a reaction. Instead of getting angry or defending yourself, you say nothing. The room goes quiet. People start looking at them, wondering if they went too far. The longer the silence lasts, the more your enemy starts to panic. They might try to backtrack, explain themselves, or even apologize. And you've already won. How to train your strategic silence. Step 1. Resist the urge to explain yourself. People who seek validation talk too much. Powerful people don't justify their actions. They let their results speak. Step 2. Use the unanswered question trick. If someone asks you a question designed to put you on the defensive, just look at them and don't answer. Watch them squirm as they struggle to fill the silence. Step 3. Master the art of walking away. Nothing breaks a person's confidence more than being ignored. If someone disrespects you, don't argue. Just turn and walk away. The lack of reaction will haunt them. Your assignment: test this power in real life. Next time someone tries to bait you into reacting, whether it's a rude co-worker, a fake friend, or even a stranger, pause, say nothing, and let the silence do the work. You'll notice something powerful. They will start to unravel, trying to regain control of the situation. Comment below, "My silence controls the room," if you're ready to start using this power. In Section 4, we're unlocking the power of slow and deliberate movement, a technique used by the most feared warriors and leaders in history. Stay with me. Number 4, the power of slow and deliberate movements, moving like a king. Have you ever noticed how the most powerful people in the world never rush? They move slowly, deliberately, and with full control. They never seem frantic, never seem desperate, because desperation is the language of the weak. Think of a lion. It does not flinch. It does not hurry. It does not make unnecessary movements. Yet the moment it enters a space, every creature around it knows who is in control. If you want to make your enemies fear you without saying a word, you must train yourself to move like a king, like a warrior, like a force of nature that cannot be disturbed. The Stoic rule: slowness is power, rushing is weakness. Marcus Aurelius lived by the principle of composure, the idea that a ruler must never appear shaken by external forces. The same principle applies to anyone who wants to command respect and fear. When you move with control, people assume you have nothing to prove. You radiate confidence, power, and mystery. Here's how deliberate movement makes you more powerful. People who rush appear desperate, anxious, or insecure. You don't want that. People who move slowly appear thoughtful, strategic, and in control. That's what you want. Your enemies will be forced to wait for your response. And the longer they wait, the more uncertain they become. Dark psychology. Tip: the predator walk. Technique. Psychologists have discovered that slower, more deliberate movements trigger respect and even fear in those who observe them. Why? Because it's unnatural to the average person. Most people rush through life, panicking, over-explaining, and reacting emotionally. A person who moves slowly, confidently, and without hesitation signals to the world: I am in control. I do not react to pressure. I command attention without begging for it. Here's how you can implement the predator walk technique. Slow down your gestures. No sudden movements. Move like you have all the time in the world. Take measured steps. When you walk, control your pace. People who rush appear weak, while those who walk slowly appear dominant. Own the space. Whether you're entering a room, sitting down, or turning your head, make every movement intentional. How to train yourself to move like a king. Step 1, the 5-second rule. Before reacting to anything, pause for 5 seconds. Make it a habit. It will instantly make you appear more powerful. Step 2, walk with authority. Every time you walk into a room, slow your pace by 20%. Observe how people react differently to you. Step 3, control your gestures. Avoid excessive hand movements or fidgeting. The less you move, the more people focus on what you do move. Your assignment: test this power in public. Next time you're walking somewhere, whether in a mall, a cafe, or a meeting, slow down, control your posture, and walk as if you own the ground beneath you. Then watch what happens. People will notice you more. They will move aside for you. They will feel your presence before you say a word. Comment below. My movements command power. If you're ready to start walking like a king. In Section 5, we're unlocking the psychological power of unpredictability, a technique that makes people fear what they don't know about you. Stay with me. Number 5, the power of unpredictability. Become a mystery no one can read. The most terrifying enemy is the one you cannot predict. Most people are too easy to read. They react the same way in every situation. They get angry when provoked, they explain themselves when challenged, and they seek validation when ignored. But what happens when you stop being predictable? When your enemies can't figure out what you're thinking, they start to fear you. When someone can't predict your next move, they start second-guessing themselves. They wonder, is he going to retaliate? Is he planning something? Or is he just watching, waiting? This is how you make people nervous without saying a word. You make them feel like they can't figure you out. The Stoic rule: be calculated, not emotional. Marcus Aurelius taught that true power lies in being unaffected by external events. A Stoic does not react with emotion. He calculates, observes, and acts with purpose. If people always know how you're going to react, you give them power over you. But if they never know what you're thinking, they lose control. Here's how to master unpredictability. Never react immediately. When something happens, people expect you to react right away. Don't. Let there be a pause. Make them wonder what you're thinking. Change your patterns. If you always respond the same way, people learn how to control you. Instead, sometimes be warm, sometimes be cold, sometimes engage, sometimes disappear. Keep them guessing. Do not overshare. The less people know about you, the more they will try to figure you out, and the more they try, the more power you hold over them. Dark psychology. Tip: the fear of the unknown. Psychologists have found that the unknown is one of the greatest sources of fear. People fear what they can't predict. People fear what they don't understand. People fear what they can't control. This is why mystery is power. The moment you stop being predictable, people start fearing what you might do next. Here's a simple but deadly psychological trick to create uncertainty in others: the silent pause technique. The next time someone challenges you, instead of responding immediately, pause. Just look at them for a few seconds. Give a subtle smirk, or no expression at all. Then look away and continue what you were doing. This will drive them insane. Why? Because they expected a reaction, and when they didn't get one, their brain starts creating worst-case scenarios. They'll wonder, what is he thinking? Is he planning something? Did I just make a mistake? And that fear of the unknown will make them afraid of you. How to train yourself to be unpredictable. Step 1. Break your own patterns. If you always react a certain way, do the opposite. Keep people guessing. Step 2. Withhold information. The more mysterious you are, the more people obsess over you. Give them less. Step 3. Master the art of silence. The next time someone asks you something personal, just smile and say nothing. Your assignment: become an unreadable force. For the next week, practice unpredictability. When people expect a reaction from you, pause. When they expect you to explain yourself, don't. When they think they understand you, change something. You'll notice something incredible. People will start treating you with more respect, caution, and even fear. Comment below, "I am unreadable," if you're ready to become the most unpredictable person in the room. In Section 6, we're unlocking the final and most powerful technique, controlling your presence like a king. Stay with me. Number 6, the power of presence, commanding a room without saying a word. Have you ever seen someone walk into a room and instantly, without speaking, everyone takes notice? It's not about looks, it's not about status, it's about presence. The most powerful individuals in history, emperors, warriors, and great leaders, mastered the art of commanding a space simply by being in it. They don't beg for attention. They don't chase validation. Yet everyone feels their presence the moment they arrive. How? By cultivating an aura of dominance, self-control, and authority. The Stoic rule: presence is mastery over self. Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire in the world, yet he spoke with calm, controlled authority. He didn't need to shout. His presence alone demanded respect. A true leader does not seek attention. Attention seeks him. If you want people to feel your power the moment you enter a room, you must master 3 key elements of presence: your posture. Stand tall, shoulders back, head high. Never slouch or shrink yourself. Own your space, your breathing. Deep, slow, controlled. Never look rushed, never look anxious. Calmness is strength, your energy. Move as if everything you do is on purpose. Walk like you belong, like you own the ground beneath you. Dark psychology. Tip: the controlled absence. Strategy: one of the most powerful ways to build presence is to understand that your presence is a privilege, not a guarantee. Here's how you make people feel your absence as much as your presence. Don't always be available. The more accessible you are, the less valuable your presence becomes. Powerful people are rarely seen, but always felt. Disappear strategically. Sometimes, remove yourself from social settings, group chats, or unnecessary conversations. Let people wonder where you are. Return with power. When you reappear, do so with quiet confidence. Let your return make an impact, without explaining where you've been. This creates an aura of mystery that makes others value your presence even more. How to train yourself to command a room. Step 1. Walk in with intent. When you enter a space, slow down. Let people notice your presence before you say anything. Step 2. Hold your ground. When standing or sitting, never fidget, never shrink. You belong. Step 3. Speak less, watch more. The most powerful person in the room is usually the one speaking the least, but observing the most. Your assignment: enter a room like a king. This week, every time you enter a space, move with power. Pause at the entrance. Look around. Let people register your presence. Walk with controlled confidence. No rushing, no slouching. Say less than necessary. Let people feel your power before you even speak. The more you master your presence, the more people will feel your energy without you saying a single word. Comment below, "My presence speaks louder than words," if you're ready to start commanding every space you enter. Final words: unlocking the power within you. Everything you've learned in this video is designed to make you untouchable. When you master stillness, eye contact, silence, controlled movement, unpredictability, and presence, you become the person others fear to challenge. You don't have to be the loudest. You don't have to be the strongest. You just have to be the most in control. If this video gave you value, smash that like button and subscribe to Stoic Techniques. Turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on power, control, and the psychology of dominance. Comment below, "I am in control." Let the world know you are no longer someone to be underestimated. Stay strong, stay silent, stay feared. Until next time. Closing message. Your journey to unshakable power begins now. You've just unlocked 6 deadly techniques to make your enemies fear you without saying a word. If you master these skills, you will become a force that cannot be ignored, challenged, or manipulated. But remember, knowledge is useless without action. Right now, most people will watch this video and do nothing. They'll go back to their old habits, speaking too much, reacting emotionally, and giving away their power. But not you. You've made it this far because you want something different. You want to walk into any room and own it. You want people to feel your presence before you even speak. So here's your challenge. Pick one technique from this video and apply it today. Whether it's mastering stillness, controlling your gaze, or using strategic silence, test it in real life. And then, watch what happens. Comment below, "I am in control." If you're serious about becoming a powerful, unreadable force, I want you to declare it. Type, "I am in control" in the comments. This isn't just a video, this is a movement. The more of us that master these techniques, the more untouchable we become. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to Stoic Techniques, and turn on notifications so you never miss another lesson in power, control, and psychological dominance. You are not weak. You are not ordinary. You are becoming a weapon. Stay strong, stay disciplined, stay feared. Until next time.